Show's World.
Welcome to Show's World Gamers, Josh here, and it is once again that time of the week. As this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at, well, some of the biggest news stories from this week. We're also going to take a moment to look at the biggest gaming announcements that we got this week. And of course, as always, we're going to look at this week's biggest video game releases. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. And the week started with, well, Mario Day. Mario Day took place this week as Monday was March the 10th, with numerous Mario games, Lego sets, and more marked down at most retailers. And, well, a lot of those sales, they're still active right now. First-party Nintendo games, they just don't get marked down that much. So if there is a game on your radar, I would definitely check because it may be discounted this time, and I would definitely pick it up now. Now, more Tony Hawk Pro Skater news also dropped this week, but, well, this news has soured the huge excitement over the upcoming Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake just a bit. We did get a little more info on the game, which is releasing on July 11th, most notably when it comes to Tony Hawk 4, as they are actually removing the story mode from the game. This game mode was introduced in this title and became a staple in future Tony Hawk games. Instead, Tony Hawk 4 will play like the first 3 games, which has you trying to complete tasks and going for high scores in timed runs. Now, Xbox made a, well, pretty big splash this week in the news cycle as leaked documents uncovered info about upcoming console projects. First of all, we got the codename Keenan. This is a handheld expected to be running Windows, which is expected later this year. And the second is their next-gen console, which is also expected to be Windows-based and much more online with like a gaming PC. Now, some speculation had it also coming this year, but there's no chance that's going to happen. And Jez Corden even shot down the speculation as no dev kits are currently available. Personally, I believe at the earliest, we might see this, holiday 2026, but most likely we're looking at a 2027 release. Now, we also had a big anniversary this week, which I found pretty disappointing, as the 30th anniversary of the greatest role-playing game ever, Chrono Trigger, came and went without really any announcements of a remake. That's what we really want. We want a remake of this game. And it's pretty disappointing that we still haven't gotten a really good remake of this. The mobile version, it's not that great. But there was a press release from Square Enix that said that they are planning a variety of projects over the next year that will go beyond the game. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what that involves. Doesn't sound like it's a game. The fact that we don't have an HD 2D remake of this game, it just seems crazy to me. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, we did get the release date announcement for Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, along with, well, a pretty substantial new trailer showing off new characters and gameplay, including vehicles, it looked like more action than maybe the first game had in its entirety, and a ton of clips creating, well, far more new questions about the game than answers as to what we can expect from the game when it releases on the PlayStation 5 as most likely a timed exclusive on July 26th of this year. There's also going to be a special edition that was announced that gives you a 2-day early access head start on the game, along with a bunch of extras, including, well, a pretty cool looking statue. Now, Steel Seed also received a release date announcement trailer this week, with the game releasing in just a few weeks on April 10th for the PlayStation 5, the PC, and Xbox Series systems. The game is an action platforming game with some stealth elements set in a futuristic sci-fi world, and the gameplay looks like a lot of fun. You will play as Zoe and her drone Kobe as they explore a hostile underground facility, uncover secrets, survive dangers, search for answers, and humanity's last hopes for survival in a world on the brink of extinction. Now, we also received an announcement trailer giving us our first look at the, well, surprisingly fun, addictive, time-killing game Power Wash Simulator's sequel. That's right, later this year, Power Wash Simulator 2 is coming to the PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series systems, and I'm expecting we're going to get a Switch 2 version, but no word on that at this time. I still jump into the first game once in a while to check out some of the awesome DLC they've released for that game. I mean, we got Midgar, we got Final Fantasy stuff, we got SpongeBob stuff. There's just a ton of cool DLC, and I will definitely be jumping into the sequel and checking it out when it releases. Now, in the ongoing partnership between Nintendo and the Lego company, we did get an awesome announcement on Mario Day for the next big premium set. The new set is just a huge Mario Kart set that has Mario on one of the Mario Karts. It also sits on a base that allows you to tilt the kart into different positions. The set consists of just under 2,000 pieces and is available for pre-order now on Lego's website. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases. And well, the week kicked off early with Nintendo announcing new games coming to the Nintendo Switch online service, and we didn't have to wait long because they released the next day. The two games were both in the Game Boy library of games. Donkey Kong was the first game and is a favorite of DK fans. The game is known as Donkey Kong 94. This game is, well, it's just really good, and I have fond memories of playing it back in the day. The other game was Mario Picross, which is a grid-style puzzle game. We played both the games here on the channel, and I will link that video at the end of this one, so definitely check that out. Also, WWE 2K25 released this week on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. The new iteration in the series promises to deliver all the authenticity and action that players love, with new mechanics, more superstars, a lot more, and game-changing upgrades. Actually, the game reportedly has a lineup of over 300 current, legend, and Hall of Fame superstars, so this game looks to be loaded from the get-go, and of course it's going to have the create a wrestler mode so you can create your favorites that aren't there. Now, we also got the release of Beast Bio Arena Suit Team on the Nintendo Switch, and I do believe there's a PC version for this already available. The game is a 3 versus 3 hero shooter that allows you to switch between your powerful mech and your agile pet, with a wide variety of heroes to choose from, and you engage in intense and explosive strategic battles. This mech game has colorful, kind of cartoony visuals, and it just looks like a lot of fun. Alright gamers, that concludes the week in review for the week ending on March the 14th. The week started with us jumping into an absolutely awesome classic game in Donkey Kong 94 as it dropped onto the Nintendo Switch online service in the Game Boy library, and I highly recommend giving this masterpiece a shot. It's one of my favorite Game Boy games of all time. Then Mario Day took place, where we just had a blast playing a bunch of old classic Mario games. And the week ended with us only 19 days away from the big Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, where we will finally get all the info about the new console, we'll find out the price, we'll find out the release date, and we're going to find out what games we will be playing on the system when it releases, hopefully later this year. I'm pretty sure it is. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Shoach World, out.